Hey, listen to Capenna Cookout Podcast, episode 304. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. We're going to take a stroll down the streets of New Capenna. Now hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole bunch is going down. We're back for the part 2 of our Not Set review. Yesterday, we took a while and we went over all of the very complex and sometimes still kind of crappy commanders from the streets of New Capenna /gangsta shit /bioshock.set. Today, we're going to give our thoughts overall about the rest of the set, as I think there aren't a ton of cards in the set that we're super amped on. There's a few, and we're going to get to those later on, but we're going to kind of give more of an overview of what we think that the set's going to be about. But before we get to any of that, we have to thank our official sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your gaming needs.
Very much so. Yeah, and I recently, like I talked about yesterday, got the order coming in with the Streets of New Capenna booster packs for the booster pack game, which we're going to give one away today. We've got some singles for painting, for auctions on the Facebook page. You like and follow our Facebook page. We yell at you for subscribing all the time, but go to Facebook if you're on there and
follow us.
Follow us.
You can see some auctions, and every so often we'll post some other stuff. I'm not very good at it. I'm not a very good social media human, and that's why there's not very many posts, but sometimes I do. There's memes.
Yeah, I love a good meme. We have a meme channel on the Discord if you want to become a patron supporter over at patreon.com/CCO Podcast. The memes are off the charts sometimes.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, every once in a while you get like a Lord of the Rings meme sneak in there from me. Everybody knows that I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. Some people never even read it or seen the movies.
Really?
Wow.
Wowee.
Yeah. The only book that's been read more than that one is like
the Bible.
Yeah. Maybe the Quran too.
Maybe.
Probably. There's a lot of people in the world who have probably read that book. And
removing religious texts and sticking to the English-speaking world, I think that it's still is.
Yes.
I think that it is. And that's not to exclude anybody, but
Lord of the Rings has been translated into like 60 different languages.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's only marginally better than the TV Guide.
Oh.
So
yeah, some people think it's a little slow to get going. New Capenna Not Set review.
And we're starting at the bottom instead of at the top this time. So
yes. Here's the theory. Okay, so people tell us all the time, Twitter, Discord, they message us. I never watch set reviews anymore because I have a handle on what Magic is, what EDH is, and I don't need to be told what to do, how to run infinite combos like we talked about yesterday. We were joking about it yesterday. But they like to tune in and hear our kind of set review adjacent thoughts.
Yeah.
Some of the art direction is and some of the cool concepts that they try is the stuff that I'm into.
Yep. And
some of your feelings on whether the set is like samey, exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of what I'm hearing about New Capenna is like you go yesterday. Is the because we just came off of Neon Dynasty and that was like one of the biggest and most successful sets of all time?
And previous to that, there was 2 sets that were also kind of
Which were they?
Innistrad and Innistrad.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that maybe this is a bigger brain topic for another day, but I think that Magic is in a quasi-renaissance right now where they kind of have powered down the game since Kaldheim. And I think we're going to look back at this in a couple of years and think, man, there was some really neat stuff there that I just didn't give the attention that it deserves. But right now, today, I can't muster the attention to give to it. I just can't.
Like I said yesterday, when you just read the card at face value, it does seem underwhelming, underpowered.
Yeah.
Despite all of the extra words, it's like they're adding extra words as clauses and riders to make it less powerful.
Yeah.
You know, you get that one card or whatever, just got one line of text. Boom, there it is.
Deal 3 damage to something.
And it's like, oh, fuck, that's pretty good.
That's a good card.
Yeah, it's punchy, center justified text, and this is what it's about.
None of this deal 3 damage to something if you attacked with a creature and another player lost life this turn and you drew a card.
Yeah.
Do 3.
Yeah,
otherwise, deal 2. What the fuck?
At face value, they don't seem very powerful. And I think that you're right. We are a little bit downshifting from let's make the most powerful modern cards ever, and then they'll actually just be broken in Commander where we have a larger card pool.
Yeah.
They're designing for Commander and giving us unique and interesting, and in some cases, throttled designs that say build around this because it'll give you a different deck than other versions that might seem similar.
Which is great for people like us because that's what we like to do, but not necessarily amazing for like the game as a whole when people are doing the really pushed shit because there's not much there for them.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I think this set, in the context that we're talking about, throttled back to be interesting and unique, can still be best of all time when you look at Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. And it's best of all time because we're going to a beloved place that we wanted to go back to. Mm-hmm. They did it in a way that was unique, interesting, not ever seen before with the cyberpunk futuristic shit. Yep. And it was cool and fun. So when we switch to New Capenna, we're seeing neat designs, neat concepts that we've never seen before. Demon crime boss.
No goblins.
Grinding up angels and snorting them. And it feels a little bit gritty when I just describe it like that. And it feels like we can draw comparisons to like The Sopranos and mob movies and like Prohibition era stuff. And that's interesting because we've never done that before.
And I think another reason why I personally am having a tough time getting all the way into this set is I don't care about any of that stuff. Like I'm not a big mob movie thing. Yeah. So like the themes here just aren't things I'm interested in. So it's hard. Like, oh, look at this guy. He's fucking this guy. From
cement boots. Yeah, cement boots. And the unicorn head in the bed and shit.
Yeah.
There's a card with an Uzi on it.
Right? I saw The Godfather. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of so the flavor that's oozing out of this set just doesn't get me at all. It doesn't entice me in. So all I see is really the words on the cards, and none of those words were goblin. And so I'm gonna come back to that at least 3 more times today. And so it doesn't grab me as much. But there's lots of people out there who are super into this, like they like the art direction, all that stuff. So I'm very happy that those people are having something service them, and I'm kind of glad that this isn't so much for me because that means I'm not gonna go out and have to try and find as much of it.
Yeah. Now, before we get to any of that, we got a tiny little bit of podcast bizniss.
What?
BISS. Biz.
NIZ.
NIZ? Business?
Business.
Sure. Booster pack game.
Ooh.
Winner from last week guessing Rocco Cabaret Caterer.
Yeah.
Was the deck that we did combo. Go back and watch it. It's a super fun list. Cool. First cool new Capenna commander we did.
Rococo Blinky Dink combo.
Yeah, Rococo Blinky Dink combo. But don't be confused. Don't confuse Rococo with Art Deco. 2 different periods in architecture and art.
Not the same.
No. They're about 400 years apart. The winner. Guessing Rococo. Israel Garcia. Fucking cool name.
That is kind of a neat name.
Cool name. I wonder if it's a real name.
Probably. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Names that cool aren't made up usually.
No. So it's like Ryan and Brando.
Exactly.
Not made up.
Yeah, totally real.
Israel Garcia, you get at us, commandercookout@gmail.com. You let us know, provide us your address. Let us know if you want a Stinky Old Booster Pack or a CCO Token Pack or a Sticker Pack. We've got all 3 different kinds of prizes.
Do you think that people now think that those aren't our real names because we said it like that?
Ooh, people all the time think I'm Brando and you're Ryan when they just listen, and then they're like, "Oh, I watched you on YouTube," and I said, "Fucking good, better subscribe too." And then they're like, "Oh my God, I didn't know who was who. And I thought Brando was gonna be Ryan, and then it looks like Ryan is the short one." And then they meet us in real life because I got the Sinky chair, and I'm like 4 or 5 inches taller than Brando, and it does not look like
not
that at
even
all.
a little bit.
And it's not because I slump in the chair. The chair just
the chair just slowly sinks down to the floor.
I pride myself on having good posture.
Yeah, my feet are like dangling off the ground right now.
Brando's like a hobbit with long hair.
Yeah.
Instead of curly hair.
I have long hair and short legs.
That's fantastic.
What I have. Okay, let's start with some stuff from the set. Let's start with the buy a box promo. We've never really done this before because you're always run out of time, which is why we're starting at the bottom.
Yes.
I think that this set in particular had a great choice in buy a box promo card. In Jaxus the Troublemaker. It's got cool art on it, and it's a card that's going to be interesting, and I think lots of people are going to want to play.
Yep.
And you just get one for buying a box, and it's not a fucking Castle Dracula that you're going to have and
not
use
use
it as a
unless you're
bookmark.
playing vampires.
Yeah, you're going to prop up your desk with it or something, right? You might actually get some play out of this.
Yes, and I think we're biased because we both said we're playing this card. The fling deck and the end of turn deck and the mono red sneak attack deck, all that stuff. Not everybody plays that, so like the safest bio box promo ever would be like a set of basic lands or like an
the mana artifact from the set.
Give us an Ashnod's altar. That's what we want. Or give us a Phyrexian altar when we go back to Phyrexia. That should be the bio box fucking promo.
Man, now that they've increased the price of everything by 11% for reasons, maybe they could afford to print us something a little bit better, given that cardboard is so expensive now.
Yeah, I didn't know we were going to go there, but here we are.
It is where we have ended up.
Yeah, we're starting at the bottom so we can get through some of the flavor and some of the stuff that we really like about the set, and then maybe by the end we'll talk about some cards or some shit.
Yeah,
we don't want to make the episode too long, and Joe Mama will come to our house and put a unicorn head in our fucking bed.
Right, we don't need that.
Next day we get oozied.
So we have box toppers for this one.
Yes,
and these are region based. So depending on what language you have bought your booster box in.
Okay. Box topper and buy a box. Different things?
Yes. Buy a box promo. When you buy a box at your local game store, they will go into a sleeve and pull out one of those, what's his name, Jaxus?
And hand you a Jaxus.
And give it to you. And then you will have a box in one hand and a Jaxus in the other hand. Presumably that's how you will carry them.
Yes.
A buy a box topper, when you take the cellophane wrap off of your box and open it, there's going to be a little pack. And inside that pack will be a, whatever the hell this card
Gala Greeters.
A Gala Greeters with some art and some language on it.
I thought the art and language was specific to the language of booster box you buy.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's not how you described it.
Yes. But that is what it is, as far as I'm aware.
As far as I'm aware, that's how it works as well. Mm-hmm. I love this concept because it showcases how many 1, 2, 8, 9. There's 11 different ones, right? One for every language that the set is produced in. Language, of course, is unique to the language of box you buy, and so is the art, and the art is in a style consistent with the language that it's on. And I love that. I think that every one of these styles is unique and interesting. And I would love to encourage WotC to continue doing this kind of thing, not only because it's cool and you get to see different art styles and cater your deck and build it to your taste based on art styles or whatever kinds of language you like to look at or whatever kind of language you fucking read.
Yeah.
But it like there's some cohesiveness about it. If you collected all these and showed them to people from different parts of the world, like we travel for Magic, and I could say, here's the Japanese one, here's the Portuguese one, here's the Italian one, and people would have a connection to these cards based on where they're from or what their nationality is or whatever.
And I would encourage WotC to pick an easier fucking card next time.
Yeah.
Because Gala Greeters has a lot of words on it, and I mean, it's not like it does a bunch of stuff that are unbelievable, but you might run into the situation where you just forget what your damn card does.
Yeah.
And then you got to look it up, you got to find it or whatever. It's a creature fall 1/1. It's a 1/1 for green 1, elf druid. Whenever a creature comes into play, you get to pick a thing that hasn't been picked this turn. And those things are +1/+1 counter on it, tap treasure token, gain 2 life.
Those are the 3 things. So if you had 3 creatures, you could do all 3, but if you have 4 creatures, then you don't get any more benefit.
That's right.
Cool design.
It's fine.
That's a cool card, yeah. And it's a 1/1 elf for 2 mana, which is probably important.
It's on rate. But I think they could do it with easier cards. We were talking before we started the show. Maybe they could do like a basic land or a basic land pack.
Yeah, can you imagine opening up your box topper pack and there's 5 foil lands and English, Spanish, Japanese, all the different languages.
Yeah.
And the different lands have different like full arts.
And people could collect those too.
Yeah.
They might want lots of them.
Dude.
So you could open something in your thing that's actually going to have value when you go to trade it to somebody.
Yeah, fuck, buy 2 boxes, you only get 10 basics. Buy 3 boxes, 4 boxes. That's what WotC wants, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what they want us to do. And I mean, that 11%, maybe they could up the box topper count a little bit.
But they won't.
No, they definitely won't. So we've got a bunch. Etched foils are back. Fuck that. Stop doing it, WotC.
And why? Okay, so that frame... Can I get that frame but not foil? This is the Art Deco kind of brick frame, I want to call it.
I believe you can. Maybe you can't.
It's
Oh, no.
Can I get, okay, so there's, how many are there? 9 of them.
9 of them.
And they're all legends or planeswalkers, and they have that very geometric frame.
Yeah.
It does
very
look
much
Art Deco.
If you've seen the BioShock logo, which I've been screaming about for weeks, that's what this looks like.
And
That's
these ones only in etched?
Oh, no. That means they're only ever going to be ugly.
Oh, man.
They're only ever going to look like trash.
God dang. Here's the thing, though. We are getting a new kind of foil treatment in addition to regular foils. And we're getting more of those than etched foils. Maybe WotC's getting the message that people hate etched foils. Regular foils, great, as long as they don't curl. But at least they look good.
Yeah.
And
etched foil has never looked good.
No.
Never.
No, and now they're giving us gilded foil, which maybe is specific just to this set because I don't know if I want gilding on all my cards, but they look damn fine on the new Capenna cards. Scroll up to that, and maybe Editor Joe can find a little GIF or a little tiny movie of what the gilding looks like because it is shiny as fuck. And the gilded foils, because I have seen a video of them, the art and the card itself is foil like a regular foil is.
Oh, cool.
And then there's gilding on top of it. And it's like gold chrome. Like it looks fantastic.
Oh, sick.
This is what they should do is gild things. And we're looking now at, I guess this is the main showcase treatment.
Yeah, the art, they're kind of Art Deco-y. Again, not like, I'm kind of just scrolling up past them because they're not my thing, except for Rognus the Dragon's Lash. We talked about him yesterday. I really like that. Hopefully Joe will have it on the screen. It's like a little dragon breathing a little green fireball, and it's kind of funny.
Yes, and about that card and cards that look like that card, there's a few of them. Don't confuse Art Deco with Cubism. Art Deco is an architectural style, and Cubism was a type of art that was popular just before and just after the Art Deco kind of era from the late 20s to the late 30s.
Sure.
And Cubism goes hand in hand with Art Deco. The Broker's Ascendancy is another one. That was the first Cubism Art Deco combination card that they showed off.
Okay.
And people really like it. And I bet you the foils of those Cubism cards are going to look fantastic.
So I'd imagine in the gilded foiling, that frame on the side, that's all going to be super duper foil.
Yep.
And then the rest of the art will just be a foil card.
Yes.
Cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I like everything about it. And I'm happy that when I saw the gilding that there was also regular foiling involved, which feels luxurious almost, which goes along with like the way that the set kind of feels like those rich crime boss families are going to have all the luxuries. And there's even cards like limousines and stuff, right?
And here's me being happy that you're happy.
Yes.
How does
This is
what
my
is
shit,
happening?
man. This is my shit.
Okay, now some showcase cards. We've already talked kind of. Those were the gilded foils that we just talked about. Holy shit!
No, go up because the regular showcase ones. I saw that the there, right there.
Okay.
Oh,
you can get the brick foil, the etched foil that looks like shit. You can get those not in look like shit.
Oh man, that makes me so happy because I want
good news.
that Gyata or whatever her name is in that style.
Excellent. Oh, the angel lady.
The angel lady in not etched foil. That's fantastic.
That is pretty cool.
Now, my one criticism here, I do have a criticism. If you go back up,
oh dang,
we get one random Phyrexian language one. Hey,
well, you get one random Phyrexian language for each random Phyrexian that appears, sucker.
I suppose the tri-lands that are being printed here. Tri-lands are back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that what are we calling it? Showcase frame. It looks like you're looking through a window and the art is very small. I don't like that. It looks kind of like the Kaladesh invocations to me. I don't like that.
As much as I liked those, I don't like these very much either. I also don't like that they're unreprintable cards. Or unreprintable lands kind of. You know what I mean?
Well, they were unreprintable before.
Well, Zagotha Triome could be anywhere. Really.
No, but it was that the Zagotha was specific to Ikoria.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we do.
We're never coming back here.
Well, we go to
we're gonna go to Ikoria every 2 years to get the other ones.
These are the other ones, Brando.
No, the other ones, like the other ones. The other ones. These are the other ones. Those are the other ones. The initial ones. Because we'll definitely go back to Corey again. We're never going to come back here again. Because everybody's going to complain about guns and street violence, and we're never going to come back to Capenna.
Crushing up, snorting angel dust.
Yeah.
Oh, and drinking out of martini glasses at your LGS.
Right? Like,
Man.
Sorry, guys. They've ruined it.
Man, have I wanted to drink out of martini glasses at my LGS before. Cannot confirm nor deny that I've consumed alcoholic beverages at command fests in command zones.
We have confirmed that. I've a bunch of times.
Never done it before. Cannot confirm or deny.
Nobody will ever stop us because we're too smart. We're too smart.
Oh, fantastic. So anyways, what do you think about the set so far? What do you think about the showcase frames as a whole? Or should we also include the basic lands in there? You want to do some basic lands in there?
I've been looking for them and I can't find them.
You got to go up to the regular set.
Oh man,
you're such a noob in using Scryfall.
That's so high up there. Oh, there they are.
Oh wait, hold on.
What are these?
We haven't talked about
the hell are those?
Alternate art borderless cards yet. Another variant treatment.
Shit. There's 3 green cards, no red cards.
Oh.
And then all 5 of the triomes. I don't like the triomes. They don't look like lands. They look like artifacts to me.
They look like a motif, maybe like on a door or like on a transom above a door or something.
Yeah, I'm not into that even a little bit.
My note said that they're a little bit, and get this, a little bit too abstract for me. Not that they're just like paint splattered on a canvas abstract, but I don't know what that thing is. Like, how does that thing give me mana?
Where does that thing exist in the world?
When I read Jetmir's Garden, I can imagine.
Is there even a plant on
what that is? Or Rafine's Tower, I can imagine what Rafine's Tower is, but the art isn't depicting what I'm imagining, like in any way, shape, or form. That makes it abstract. So
you know which one of these I do really like, and I'm going to sound like such an asshole for saying this? Bootlegger's Stash. I love that art. That is fucking cool, man.
I wish it was a cave. I wish it was like the Moose Jaw Caves where Al Capone hid his cross-border
rum or whatever it was he was making.
Prohibition alcohol.
Prohibition liquor, yeah.
That he snuck into Canada. Isn't there a movie about that?
Probably. Al Capone? I guarantee you there's movies about Al Capone.
I bet you there's movies about him, yeah.
Guaranteed there's one.
You know what? I do like the Halo fountain here, too, and that is one of the cards that I want to talk about. I did order one of those. It's an alternate win con if you're playing tokens, which I will be.
Did you order this one?
No, I did not.
Why didn't you order this one? Foil this one.
Didn't order it. I'm not made of money. Let's get some basic lands in there because I know some people are really excited about them. Fucking more borderless foil different art planeswalkers?
Borderless planeswalkers. I like the Vivian. I don't like the Elspeth. I don't like the Obnixilis. What about you?
I like all 3 of them, but I hate that there's another different treatment.
Okay, the land. The lands themselves are fine. The regular ones.
The regular ones,
regular lands are pretty cool. I dig them.
Are you in the crowd of, how is this an island? How is this a forest? A la Ravnica lands where it's just cityscape?
Never.
Never? You like that?
I like it just fine.
You like different depictions of land.
I like when lands look different. I like when they are an alley or a street or a dead rat that's stuck to a wagon wheel going around. I'd tap that for a black mana. I don't care.
Yep.
Just give me swamps. So I'm fine with all of this.
Yep.
And these are neat. I like the sewer swamp. It's got like the storm drain with the ooze coming out of it.
Yep.
And I really, really, really like the Mountain
2
with the big Emerald City looking tower with the spotlights on it. I really, really like that. Had I not gone through all the trouble of getting my Kamigawa lands for Norrin, I would do this instead.
Oh man, you should have just waited.
The ship has sailed though. The ship has sailed, so somebody else is going to have to do that in my place. But man, those I really like those.
That is a fantastic mountain. That is probably, and it's so simple. It's elegant and simple, and that's what people like about the Art Deco style or the simplification of like what cubism could be if you take it right down to just geometric shapes to represent some 3-dimensional real thing with just shapes. That's what cubism is. And that's what this mountain is. And look at how like the background is like different shades of like that really deep blue as if there's spotlights coming up onto this mountain.
Yeah.
Man.
So cool.
fucking awesome. I also like the Island 2 with the statue.
That's kind of neat.
And they kind of did like one cityscape and then one kind of Art Deco scape, which I appreciate. If you like the cityscape, if you like the Ravnica style lands, we can call them.
Yeah.
Ravnica Capenna style lands. You can play the city ones, and they have people in them for people out there who like people on their basic lands. That's a thing apparently. You can get people on planes too.
Yeah. The train station planes is pretty cool. Trains, planes, and
Oh,
automobiles.
the plane station, man. Fantastic, man. Too bad Calamax dinosaurs and Cadillacs and trains doesn't play white. Missed opportunity.
Are you going to switch any of your lands or your decks over to these lands?
I would love to switch to the new Capenna lands for Calamax, because when I go to events this year, people are going to sign them and doodle on them, and I would love to have lands that I love get signed by everybody that I play with.
Why don't you do it?
I'm fucking well. I will it.
Okay, yeah,
I
do it.
fucking will if I want it.
And also, the more this is a pro tip. If you're going to change all the lands in a deck, you want to do it in a deck that's lots of different colors, because you play fewer basics. Therefore, you don't have to find as many. Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I play all basics in Calamax. He's 3 colors. I play all basics except Command Tower, like the cheap fetch lands, of which we get more in this set, and Mech Hanger. The land that crews a vehicle. I play that. I will risk taking 10 damage off of a Price of Progress copied 5 times to play Mech Hanger, because that card's good.
So that's the land. Is there any other kind of stuff that we wanted to make sure we hit on flavor-wise?
Well, okay, we've looked at the lands, we've looked at the showcases and the art decos, and we've talked about all that stuff. How do you feel about the look of the set so far? Little bit Ravnica-y. Yeah, I know you like Ravnica. That's why I asked you that.
I do like Ravnica. I like the lands a lot.
Yes.
But that's kind of where it stops for me as far as just the appearance goes. I'm not a big fan of the Art Deco 20s style. So you kind of lose me a little bit there.
I think it is a polarized style. Like it's like people who like really classic traditional houses versus people who like that modern, super clean, super square modern house style.
Or people who went to Kamigawa last time and didn't like all the anime stuff. Like, oh, this anime chibi shit. Big eyes, small mouth. Get the fuck out of here.
Are you targeting me?
Right? Like, and it's just kind of how it is. Like, it's just hitting me this time instead of you. And I think there's lots of good stuff here, but I'm not going to be clamoring to get the special arts on a lot of the cards in this set because I don't like them as much.
Look at all the people in those lands, though.
There's lots of people.
Look at those. What do you think about those lands? ETB tapped, give you 2 colors. Tap 4, tap, sack, draw card.
I think that they're
probably for limited, eh?
Better than Gain lands, I guess, eh?
Yeah, better than Guild Gates, unless you're playing
Mage's
Gates.
End, yeah.
Sure, play them.
They're fine, and the Triomes are fine. They're back. They're good. Everybody likes those. We were big fans of them before. We still are.
Yep.
What about the auto sack basic finders?
Oh man, he's just so funny. It's like, hey, we just built this whole thing. Tear it down.
Yeah. Where's an example of one? Maestro's Theater comes into play. Sacrifice it. Enters the battlefield. Sack it. When you do, search your library for a basic of 3 different kinds.
Grixis colors.
Put it into play tapped. Gain a life.
That is Evolving Wilds or Terramorphic Expanse, but you do it now and gain a life.
Yeah.
You know what I like about those?
Tell me.
Is who in their right mind cracks Evolving Wilds or Terramorphic Expanse at the end of player 4's turn?
Alex.
Who does that?
Alex.
It comes into play tapped. You can't even use it.
Alex.
So these, when you play them, you just do your turn. Maestro's Theater, go ahead. I'll find my land.
Alex does
gain a
that.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, F you, Alex. Man, we haven't said one of those in a long time.
I know. I was waiting for it. I had to keep setting you up.
Yeah. Let's kick it over to some cards, and let's spend a few minutes to talk about some of your favorite ones.
Okay. Couple cards we like.
Sure.
Let's hit a couple of cards. Now, this one I think is a really good card. Might be getting overlooked a little bit, so we should all just pause and take a look at Unlicensed Hearse.
I was just going to say, is it Unlicensed Hearse?
Yes.
Graveyard removal and vehicle that gets bigger, and Calamax can drive it.
Yes.
Yes.
So pick those up for obvious reasons. You tap it to get up to 2 cards of any kind from a single graveyard. So as long as somebody has a card in their graveyard, you can just get it. And that's in response to the man reanimating it, getting it back to their hand. Just get it out of there.
Yeah, and it's not a creature, so you can go 2, tap it immediately. Because it ain't a creature.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Super good card.
And then its bigliness is equal to the number of cards you've exiled with it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a 2/2 for 2. It's a Cookout, fucking the walrus.
Yep.
But it's a hearse.
Neat.
Yeah, her walrus hearse.
Everybody's hard for Luxior Gata's Blade, so we're not even going to talk about it. And I want to mention Getaway Car because I want to bounce this one off of you.
Oh, yeah, another vehicle.
Because I feel like I really like this card, and I really want to play it in decks, and I don't know why.
This is a 3-drop vehicle, 4/3 with haste, cruise for 1. So your little citizen can, your legitimate business person can crew this bad boy. Whenever Getaway Car attacks or blocks, return up to 1 target creature that crewed it this turn to its owner's hand.
I don't know why I like that so much, but I really, really like it.
I'm gonna bounce, guys.
Yeah, right? Like, you crew it with an Eternal Witness, or you know what I mean? Like, there's so much cool shit that you can do with Getaway Car.
Yes, this is a bounce. Right? And you can crew it even after it's been crewed.
Yeah.
Just
crew with all kinds of stuff.
Crew with all your dudes and just replay them all.
Well, you bounce 1. You can only do 1.
Well, no, but you can crew it again.
Oh, yeah.
Just crew it again.
But no, then it has to attack again. It's whenever it attacks or blocks, you bounce something. Oh,
yeah, they knew what I was trying to do.
Exactly.
They knew.
Yeah, they knew what was happening.
They knew what I was trying to fucking do with those ETB give you mana cards.
That's right.
Recast them.
That's right.
Those bastards.
But, so I like Getaway Car, and I think that smarter humans than me are going to be able to just blow that up.
Before we move away from Getaway Car, I know we're going through quick here, but look at the shape of the car. That is a 1930s like coupe. It's got suicide doors and everything.
You ever watch the 90s Batman cartoon? Lots of people out there have. You have too.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best animated series of all time. It looks like a car from there, except it doesn't have tires.
Yeah.
It flies.
Yeah.
Just weird flying cars.
Okay. Gold cards. How about Void Rend? You gonna play Void Rend? That is a card. Can't be countered. Instant for Esper. Destroy target non-land permy.
You want to know why I'm not going to play it?
That's a fucking good one.
It's Esper.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
You don't have none Esper decks?
I have some 5-color decks and a 4-color deck.
Oh, yeah.
That could play it.
Yeah.
But none of them will.
No?
Well, I have Vindicate and the other ones that do that.
Well, this one's an instant.
I know. I have all the other cards that do that already, though. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good card, though.
It is good.
I'll say that much.
Yes, it is a good card, for sure.
That's for sure. I'm just kind of scrolling through. You're the one that wrote down the cards that you want to talk about or had the cards in mind. I'm just going with your flow, and when I see one that I know that I like, I'll mention it because there's not very many in the 99ers for me in this set.
Because this is the set, or this is a set where I'm just kind of looking at it and I'm like, man, there's not a ton of stuff. I like that cat. Where's the cat? The one that makes treasures and then hurts you for all the treasures that you have.
Oh.
I think we might have scrolled past that one already. We might have missed it somewhere, but there's a cat that's like red-green. Here we go. Black Market Tycoon. 2/2 for red-green. At the beginning of your upkeep, Black Market Tycoon deals 2 damage to you for each treasure you control, and then you tap it to make a treasure.
Ooh.
I like that one.
I want to donate that to somebody who I want to bazaar trader that to somebody who got a dockside.
Who's just treasuring it all up. I really like Black Market Tycoon a lot. And I'm not sure why, because at best it's a dork, but it's cool.
Sure. I like Topiary Stomper. We're going into green here. This is my 1 green card. A 4/4 for 3, which is fine. Can't attack unless you have 7 or more lands. Don't care because it can block, which is cool. Oh, can't block. Nope. Well, it ETBs and you search your library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped. So this is 3 mana, get a land card. That sounds a lot like Cultivate and Kodama's Reach, but instead of that second land in your hand, you get a 4/4. It's like spice to taste. What do you want?
It's shitty Wayward Swordtooth. That's what I want. I want Wayward Swordtooth.
I suppose.
I mean, why didn't they just reprint Wayward Swordtooth? I guess there's no dinosaurs on Capenna.
Well, this is a dinosaur.
Well, then why didn't they just reprint Wayward Swordtooth?
I like Topiary Stomper. I think it's a good one.
It's
fine, one of the dark promos you get in the promo packs that you get at LGS's. You can get this one in dark frame.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Fine.
Here's one I don't know why I like this, but I do. it's evolving door instead of revolving door.
Oh, such a good play on words, hey?
So it's an artifact for green 2, 1 tap, sack a creature, count the colors of the sacked creature, then you find a creature that has that many colors plus 1 and put it into your hand. It's like fixed everything pod, right?
Yeah, it's birthing pod, but for colors.
Yeah.
Which is super clever. It's evolving into the next kind of thing up the chain. It'd be good in crabs because I got blue crabs and then I got blue-green crabs. And then, do I got any 3-color crabs?
Probably.
Probably do.
Do you have any 4-color crabs?
Nope.
Don't.
Nope.
Don't.
Nope.
And I think that's where the card kind of falters, is there's not very many 4-color creatures to get you up to your 5-color dude, if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And so there's not a hard stop, but
Gonna
unless
play
you're
the Nephilim.
exactly. Or the 4-color commander things. Do we talk about Bootlegger Stash? Do we think it's going to destroy the format?
Oh, definitely destroy the format.
I think it's just like Voidmere and all those other cards?
Oh, yeah. 100% this is a format wrecker.
Definitely.
I want to talk about one more green card.
Tell me.
Capenna Express. Sacrifice a treasure, becomes a vehicle. You crew it for sacking a treasure. 6/6 for 4.
It's pretty good.
Fuck yeah.
And it's a train. Now, if you've ever had any doubts in your life that red is the best, let me explain to you why red is the best color. We get a card like Witty Roastmaster.
Bro, look at he's he's roasting the guy's face.
Yes.
This is not my roast. This is your roast.
Now, initially when this was spoiled, it was Witty Taunter. So I got rock hard.
Oh, yeah.
Rock hard.
Because it was a different language.
And now it's Witty Roastmaster, which is less good. It's not a goblin, so I'm pissed off. But this is a card that I have been asking for years.
And it demonstrates Alliance, our first creature fall type thing. And we've talked about... Oh, no, we talked about Gala Greeters already. Never mind.
Yeah. So
anyways,
creature comes into play, it does 1 damage to each opponent. So it's just like Impact Tremors, it's just like Perforos, except this is my 3-drop in Norrin. So when Magical Christmas Land happens, I'm going to go land, Norrin, land, Impact Tremors, land, this thing, land, Perforos, land, Confusion in the Ranks. And then everybody scoops.
Which one's Confusion in the Ranks?
That's where I start stealing all your stuff.
Oh, when Norrin comes back into play, you get to steal a thing.
Yeah.
And then when you steal the thing, if I can...
Dad.
Yeah.
It's like, take 4, give me your best thing. Take 4, give that back.
That's
give
pretty
me
good.
your best thing. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So
That's a good Magical Christmas line. I'll give you that.
So I'm really happy that Witty Roastmaster exists. That's a really cool card. I wish to
balls
it was a goblin, but alas, there are no goblins.
Does it matter that it is a creature? Is that relevant to you?
Well, it dies easier, which kind of sucks. But I mean,
I wish that it had 2 power, because then you could find it with an Imperial Recruiter.
Ooh.
You could go Imperial Recruiter, Witty Roastmaster, and then just dump, right? Just dump.
Yes. I like Structural Assault. It's another good red card. Destroy all artifacts, then Structural Assault.
Hey, wait a dang old second.
What?
This costs 1 mana less than Perforos.
Uh-huh.
Do I put this in Animar where I play Perforos?
Yes.
But Perforos can't be killed because he's indestructible.
And I mean, this costs the same as Perforos, which is 1. You don't put it in instead of Perforos. You put it in as well as Perforos. Because then you don't have.
I think I just keep Perforos because you can't kill him. You can't
you wouldn't
destroy
replace,
target creature. Him.
You don't replace Perforos with Witty Roastmaster, but I mean,
that's what I was asking.
You could play him as well. No, definitely not.
Okay.
So, Structural Assault. Red 3. Destroy all artifacts, then Structural Assault deals damage to each creature equal to the number of artifacts that were put into graveyards from play this turn. It's Treasure Hate.
That's a good one.
So that's cool.
Yes.
So there's red doing more stuff that we like.
Speaking of red doing stuff that we like, what about Devilish Valet?
Dude.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh, I got one already to go into Brian Stout Arm.
Dude, if this was a goblin, this card should be Goblin Valet, and it should just be Brash Taunter with that stupid hat on. That's what this card needs to be. It is a 1/3 for red 2 with trample and haste. And get this, whenever another creature comes into play under your control, you double its power.
Oh, man.
You double it.
You know what? I might not put this in Brian Stout Arm.
What?
I might put it in my new Sapperling deck.
Yes.
Yes, because I'm just going to be like, ooh, double all my counters. Or double all my tokens.
Yeah.
And then this guy's power gets doubled like 20 times.
Yeah.
Fuck, he be big, hey?
Oh, gee. Yeah, and double. So it's 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 to 32 to 64 to 128 to, I've done doing math for you guys, 152, 304, 608. Holy shit, I'm good at this. Yeah.
I don't think that those lined up.
I think I mixed that up. But that's fine.
Man.
The point is Devilish Valet is amazing. Also, Horde Hauler is really good. That's a Ryan card. I don't know if Calamax can play Horde Hauler.
Horde Hauler. Here we go. 5/5 for red 3 vehicle, trample, crew 3, so Calamax can drive them. Okay. When it deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token for each artifact they control. Hey, that's like a Dockside Hauler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Hey?
That's pretty cool. Then I could sacrifice one of them for Capenna Express.
Are we done in the red section? Fuck no, we're not. Because we have a 3-drop mana rock to talk about, Ryan.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
We have Glittering Stockpile, red 2, artifact -treasure.
Yeah, that's interesting, hey?
Tap it for a red and then put a stash counter on it. So you tap for mana and get a counter. Or you can tap it and sack it to add X mana of any one color where X is the number of stash counters on it.
It's like a super treasure.
Yeah.
That's actually cool.
I like that card lots.
Also cool is Gold Hound for the same reason. It's an artifact creature treasure dog. Now,
Yes.
treasure, not a creature type.
Very important.
It's an artifact subtype like dog is an artifact creature subtype. So you can't name treasure when naming creature types
Yes.
to give your treasures +1/+1 if you could make them into creatures.
Yes. Much like in the same way you can't pick artifact when you pick creature type for the same reason. Because you have artifact creatures, but it's a whole thing. Lots of people talking about arcade bombardment, so I don't think we really need to get into it here, but it is kind of a neat
let's get to
card.
black. Let's go to black. You like any black cards? I like the one where instead of damage, I mill myself. I do like that.
You double mill yourself.
Oh man, I do double like milling.
And this is real for real. I think from black to blue to white, there's not much for Brando here.
Oh,
And that's legit. And that's why I wanted to start at the bottom today, because there's a bunch of white cards that give you the ability to draw cards because you draw a card on them, and that's
cool.
That's great. They're filling in a hole in white, which makes white not the worst color anymore. Does that make blue the worst color now?
I don't know.
Because
When I compare all blue cards to all white cards, I don't think that blue is the fucking worst.
I'm not saying blue is the worst color now, but like when you kind of look at it on the kind of casual cards that are coming out level. Let's say you started playing 2 years ago and you started playing now, so you don't have access to all that kind of the busted ass shit, right? Like white can draw cards now, green can draw cards now, red can draw cards now, black can draw and tutor for cards now. Mm-hmm. So they all have the card selection kind of that blue does. And then blue has like the dinky kind of shitbag creatures.
Yeah.
And it only has like the on the stack interaction. So once the threat has been resolved, blue has a fairly difficult time dealing with it.
Unless it's temporary fix like bounce, because blue still has that.
Exactly. So I mean, in modern times, I would argue that blue is kind of taken a hit as far as power goes.
Oh, well, when you go back as far as modern goes, what you mean is these days.
Yeah, I mean like
recently.
Yeah, within the last
2 years.
Year or two, yeah.
Yeah, the last 85 sets in the last 2 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Precise. The last 85 sets that they've come out with, I feel like blue has kind of been ratcheted back a little bit.
You know, I think maybe ratcheted back is the right way. Maybe they've shifted stack interaction and powerful card draw. Maybe they've just shifted away from that because all that shit already exists. And now they're just focusing on or thinking about how can we make blue interesting? How can we remove that kind of idea that people have of blue, that stigma, and make it do something interesting? I think the next color to do that's going to be black.
I agree.
They're doing it with white. We all know they're doing it with white because they need to, because white's the least powerful. They're doing that with white by making it stronger.
Yeah.
I think black is going to be the next thing that they do, because black can kind of do everything, and we've got all the best versions of that already, like Demonic Toot, Vampiric Toot.
Yeah.
Even like the Read the Bones and the Black 2, Lose 2, Draw 2 or whatever.
And there's a bunch of those in this set too.
Yeah, and we've got Demons Do, Black 3, Scry 2, Draw 2, Lose 2, but it's an instant. So that it's the same thing, but they're changing when or how we use it. They're just dialing some knobs and some sliders, right?
Yeah.
It's like the mix board we have right in front of us. You turn some of them fucking up and you turn some of them down and
turn some of them off.
Yeah. When Brando's yelling, we turn his off so only my mic picks up his and it doesn't blow your ears out.
That's right. It makes perfect sense. And that's, I don't know, that's kind of my general sense on just kind of the rest of the set, because black is Holding the Line. It has a bunch of those lose two, draw some.
Holding the
lose some.
Line, yeah.
Here's some more black things that you've seen in the other sets, doing what they do in the other sets for the most part. You see blue doing kind of the same thing. It's got a bunch of card selection, draw, shuffle, a bunch of draw X. It's got a new couple of counter spells, a couple of bounce things. And then white has the same old white shit that you've already got. And you have things like Rumor Gatherer, where creatures come into play and you draw cards. Right? Like,
which one's Rumor Gatherer?
Rumor Gatherer.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Oh, fuck, I forgot to order that. Crap. Crap.
It's a 2/1 elf wizard for white 1. We'll talk about this card, might as well. With Alliance, so creature fall. Whenever another creature comes into play under your control, scry 1. If it's the second time this ability has resolved this turn, draw a card.
That's good. You get 2 tokens, or you just cast 2 creatures, draw a card.
Yeah.
What if you cast like that dog, that ETB's draw a card, then I scry, and then I cast another creature. Let's say that other creature that I cast is an Inspiring Overseer. It says ETBs, draw a card, gain a life. So now I've drawn 2 cards, gained a life, scried 1, and I draw a card from that Rumor Gatherer.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Right?
And I'm in the blink colors, and I'm in the colors that maybe can second sunrise everything back onto the battlefield so I can do it again.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty neat. Like, they're giving white some moves and some stuff.
Yeah.
Some stapley things. I hate saying that word, but some stapley things that are great.
Well, check this out. Inspiring Overseer is one that I just mentioned. That's one of the cards that kind of pushed me over the limit to build my white life gain / angel deck. It's a 2/1 for 3 with flying. When it ETBs, draw a card, gain a life. That's just good.
It's just, it's
right?
just a solid thing.
And check out this. Is this a reprint? I'm not sure. I don't think that it is. Patch Up. This is Streets of New Capenna original. Sorcery, white 2. Return up to 3 target creature cards with total mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your battlefield. It kind of does what the what's the frickin' commander that lets you get your little artifacts back from your graveyard in white? Lenny plays it. People are screaming.
It's the bird head thing.
Yes, the bird.
Oh no.
Oh, we're
sorry,
doing the thing.
Sorry, everybody. We let you down. Hell.
I'll think of it.
Okay.
I'll think of it.
I'm going to hop over real fast to the From the Commander decks cards.
Sure.
Because here's something that Blue does really well. They're getting 3 cards that I think are really neat, one of which I'm very excited about, and that's clone things.
Yep.
We got a new clone Encephalid Face Taker. Can't be blocked at the beginning of combat on your turn. It becomes a 1/4 version of whatever you want that still can't be blocked. That's really neat. We have Flawless Forgery, which is a sorcery for 2 blue and 3 with Casualty 3. Exile an instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard and copy it, which is cool.
Yep.
And Extravagant Replication, which I'm just going to windmill slam into Brutaclad 7 Dwarves. Enchantment for blue 4 at the beginning of your upkeep. Create a token that's a copy of another target non-land permanent you control.
Ooh.
So you can do all kinds of neat shit with that.
You can make it anything, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of very interesting designs in the Commander product that feel like they go exactly into this deck. It's like they had this in mind, which they probably did because they know they're not idiots. Yeah. They know what Commander players like. And I love that we get that. I love that we get things like Hideaway and Cypher and Split cards and just stuff that's existed in the past that, hey, this would be cool if this existed. And they just make it happen, and they don't care about complexity. They don't care about, it's another card with another ability in the same deck, as if we weren't going to put those cards in our deck anyways.
Yeah.
Like, what Commander deck have you said, this deck's feeling a little bit too hard to play. I'm not going to include this one-off ability that deals with +1/+1 counters, right?
Yeah,
never.
That's never a thought that's occurred to me in my brain.
Peep this. Ever. Seize the Spotlight.
This is cool.
Sorcery for red 2. Each opponent chooses Fame or Fortune. For each player who chose Fame, gain control of a creature that player controls, gains haste, untap it until end of turn. For each player who chooses Fortune, draw a card and create a treasure.
Yes.
Straight into Brian. Straight into Brian. Oh, you don't want me to get your guy and fling it? Well, give me card drawn freaking treasures to power out my 8 drops that I'm going to fling at you anyways. Man, great card.
Oh, we're talking about red stuff. Red got a lot of good stuff in this set. Rose Room Treasurer. You see that one? Ogre Warrior 4/3 for red 3 with creature fall. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a treasure token if this is the first or second time this ability has resolved this turn. Otherwise, you can pay X. If you do, it deals X damage to something.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
So you can get 2 treasures a turn, and then you can start using those treasures to do damage to stuff. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Lots of cool stuff. I'm impressed. I don't want to say I'm impressed because none of the commanders are. I don't think any of the commanders from the precons are fantastic.
No.
But I'm happy that we're getting such interesting designs and cool stuff that fits right into decks. Like, I think it's a great time to be a commander player.
I agree.
I think that there's just cool stuff. And again, like we say at the end or the beginning or all the way through all of our not set reviews or not legendary reviews, give us more. Give us more. I don't expect that me or anybody I play with knows every card.
Yeah.
And that is part of what makes it good.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Like always discovering something new, man.
Always something new. Always something new. I use automotive industry examples all the time. Today I'm going to do a D&D example.
Ooh.
And I'm not a D&D guy per se, but I know how to play.
I'm going to correct you.
Well, you D&D.
I do.
Lots of people in the nation D&D.
They do.
Have they read and done every single campaign ever and know every single creature ability and item that you can find on every single book and every single campaign ever?
No.
No, because D&D's been around since the 70s.
Yeah.
Does it make it bad when they come up with something new that's different and that you don't know about, that you've never seen before, and you go to a new game and it's like, oh, fuck, I've never done this before. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Holy wow.
What?
Can you imagine?
Are you kidding?
Can you imagine not knowing something and having it be fun?
What?
Take that mindset, that mentality, take it to Magic.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster you've never ridden before. There's an easy one.
There we go.
This
yeah.
is fun.
Yes.
Never been to this theme park before. It's not scary.
It's fun.
It's fun because that's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's what it's designed to do.
Magic is a game, and games are fun. We've talked about that a lot.
Holy shit.
So, there we go. Games are fun. This set is fine. Ryan really likes it. I think it's not necessarily for me, but still really cool, and lots of you out there are very excited to get this into your sweaty little palms, and by the time this episode airs, I'm sure you can probably do that. One way you can do it is to head on over to FusionGamingOnline.com, use special promo code CCO Spring to get 5% off. If you're making a big order, you can also use CCO Perks to get some of that money back in the form of store credit, and both of those let them know that their partnership with us is a good one, and it's always cool to save some money on stuff that you're going to buy anyway. So big thanks to them for helping us do that. Big thanks to you for listening to the show. And we're going to be back with the next episode in the arc of the secrets of EDH on the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!